Okay. So first of all, I would like to congratulate Harshita for her success.
Thank you, sir.
And I'd like to welcome you to today's session. This is fourth session we are conducting with the selected candidates. Harshita, I would request you to just start with a brief introduction.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
So, hello everyone. So, my introduction background would be I have done BCom from St. Xavier College, Ranchi, and I have passed out in 2019. So after that, I started preparing for bank exam, and I was not focusing in RBI. I was basically focusing in bank exam. So I cleared RRB PO mains, and then I was not able to clear the interview part. Then I cleared IBPS clerk exam, through which I got into Bank of India as a clerk. And because of the corona, the joining was very late. It was in November, somewhere in November, which was supposed to be in April. So I got a lot of time. So then in that duration, when I got to know there is an RBI exam, which I started preparing for RBI in 2020. And so from there, I was not knowing any idea about RBI. I joined the group of Atul sir. That time Atul sir was not that active, but I joined some other groups and got to know what all to study. And then in 2021, I gave the RBI exam, the first phase, through which I got the idea, some approx idea what maths they are asking, what reasoning they are asking, because I have not gone through the previous equation paper also. So from there only I got the idea. Then talking about 2022, I gave the IBPS exam, through which I cleared Indian Overseas Bank. I got Indian Overseas Bank, and I have joined Indian Overseas Bank currently, so that to be on the safe side, because RBI is very uncertain. And then in 2020, I cleared the RBI exam. This was my second attempt, and the first interview, first phase 2, which I gave. The phase 1 I already have experienced. This is all about me.
Okay, so that was the journey to RBI. How should we go about this? Like, there are two ways to go. First, you share your strategy phase wise, and then we like open the session for the audience, no participants, if they can ask any questions where they can clarify their doubts. Either we can go phase wise, or we can like first we can complete our strategy and then we can open the session.
Okay, I should start with the strategy first. Should I? So maths and reasoning, the phase 1, because I started for preparing for bank exam, so it was almost covered there only. I gave a lot of exams like RLB. I gave SBI PO, which I was not able to clear mains also. I did not clear mains of SBI PO. I did not clear 3 of RBI PO. But I got few ideas on how to cover up the maths, how to cover up the reasoning. From it was not that look bolte ki 4 months and 6 months we are able to clear, but it's not that. There is some basic background with there. Like if you are from engineering background, you must be having a command over maths or reasoning. People generally have in that. And I'm from commerce background. So I took maths in 11th, 12th. So I had some idea about maths and reasoning also. I was able to complete from YouTube channels. So this was about phase 1 in maths and reasoning. I was not good in maths, and let me tell you all, I'm very average student in maths. The cutoff was 4 and I got 7.5. I attempted just 9 question in that. So this is for those who are weak in maths. This practice a lot because it's very hard. And I'm being a very average student. I was only able to attempt 9 questions, which but with accuracy I did that. I did not go for a lot of line attempting, a lot of DI and all. This was for maths. Whereas for reasoning, I did not start attempting for puzzles, because puzzles are very tough. If you start attempting puzzle at the very first, so you will just end up wasting time. I went all through the miscellaneous questions. Whatever miscellaneous question you find, just go through that first. And practicing from practice mock is very important. Practice mocks actually give you the insight how the exam is going to be. Practice mocks, quiz, practice mocks, mock test, these are very important, and as well as olive board. Adda and all is okay. You can go for Adda and all, but practice mock is very important to know how the actual exam is actually going to be. Then talking about the part was from where I actually crossed the cutoff, due to which I was able to cross the cutoff. So G exam, go through a face cloud, don't go through a lot of sources. A face cloud is enough for GA part. Just revise it. How many times you're able to revise? Just revise and revise and revise and saying to revise it multiple times. Then secondly, newspaper, business standard, which is one of the most important. Then I have gone through Hindu also, so that if there is any schemes in Hindu, so this is from GA. GA is very scoring. If you are able to revise it multiple times, don't go. I did not prefer. People were saying to go through EduTap and Anuj in the spotlight. You can prefer, but a face cloud, I think it's enough. A face cloud and PIB and newspaper, it's more than enough. You just revise it multiple times. Then talking about English is just as like other bank exams. If you're preparing for other bank exams, English is quite doable. This was phase one. This was all about phase one. So, next.
Okay. So now, if anyone have any doubts, please raise your hands. इसमें raise your hands का option है या नहीं? Oh, or you can just unmute yourself and you can ask the question. Till then, let me ask some. Okay, Raj. Okay, Raj, you can unmute yourself and you can ask your question.
Hello.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, you are audible. Please ask your question.
Ma'am, you used content PDF of Aper Clouds or a Pocket PDF, or you did daily?
I did daily. I did not use PDF. I did daily, and I made from those. I made notes from those PDF. It's the content PDF, the actual one that comes in full brief PDF, not the pocket PDF. It is not. It is of no use. Pocket PDF is of no use. You have to go through all the sources. I mean to say detail. You have to go in detail.
And
So,
second question.
just make crisp notes from those a face cloud PDF.
Okay, ma'am. And how did you cover PIB?
PIB, actually PIB is basically you have to first know the syllabus. If you're good with the syllabus, what is there in the syllabus, you will be able to cover a PIB well. But in PIB, they are mostly schemes related. Just go through the ministry, which is very important, ministry like Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Tribal Affairs, Ministry. These all ministries are very important. Go through those ministries. Don't go for Ministry of like Communications. These are of no use. PIB just go through the syllabus and then strictly use those syllabus and then prefer PIB.
And you did PIB daily, weekly, or monthly, ma'am?
I did every Sunday. I use PIB. PIB, there's hardly four sites would be there in PIB, which is important ministry. So just do it weekly, Sunday. Every Sunday I did, because it is time consuming. A lot of time consuming. Affairs itself is time consuming. Newspaper itself is time consuming. So you can do it in weekly. You will be able to cover it. And don't go through any coaching material. Do it from original sites only. Because coaching material, they leave out the very important information. I've seen that in PIB 24/7, Anuj Jindal, any other site, they leave out the important information. So just go through original document of PIB.
I totally agree to this point.
And can you enlist the important ministries, ma'am?
Yes.
Which are the important ministry for PIB?
Important ministry, like that is related to your schemes. I have not figured out it right now. I have not written it anywhere. Like it's finance ministry is there, Ministry of Tribal Affairs, Ministry of just go to
Rural
ESI.
Development, Panchayati Raj.
Rural development is important. Whatever there is in the syllabus, it's ESI syllabus. Just see that. You will be able
Okay,
to see which ministry is important. There are many listed out ministries there in Telegram channel.
Yeah, hardly
and you
8 or 9
also made
ministries are there. Ministry of Education, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Social Justice and Empowerment, Minority Affairs, Labor and Employment. Hardly 9 or 10 ministries are there. So if you are thorough with the syllabus, Raj, you will be able to figure out which all ministries are there.
okay, sir, no problem.
Yeah.
And one more question. You also made notes from PIB,
Yes, I made e-notes.
and
It's better to make e-notes than writing out because you will just be exhausted writing a lot of things in PIBs there.
you can update also.
Yes, you can update
And
also because PIB, it gets after every 1 month, some of the other things changes in the scheme. So you will be able to update those things if you make e-notes in PIB, specifically in PIB. For Affairs Cloud, I used to write in copy, but for PIB, go for e-notes.
Ma'am, did you studied all the news like Ministry of Education, then even a small news or like big news like schemes or reports, those are important. But even if they organize a conclave or something like that, all the news did you covered or
And
something
no,
you
not
left?
all the because most of the news was covered by Affairs Cloud only. There will be some news which will be related to schemes or
Yes, ma'am.
some those schemes will be important or some important thing. You will be able to know it once you are able to complete the syllabus. You will be once you know what there is in syllabus. You will be able to cover up what is important in PIB. Because in starting, when I also started for studying from PIB, I was very much confused. But when I started, I gave my NABARD exam. So in NABARD, I got to go to study in ESI. And from there only, I got my hands which question, which is actually important, which is to be studied and which is to be left out. You once start studying, you get into that line, you'll be able to understand. And also the sir shares that in the group also, which with the link is important. Sir share those links.
Yeah.
Sir, fact sheets of PIB,
Yeah.
fact sheet link.
Yeah,
Look,
fact sheet is also.
yeah, correct. I also share PIB links on daily and fact sheet. Yeah, before exam, I told I actually that fact sheet thing only started from December, I think. उससे पहले PIB doesn't post all those things, and that fact sheet is very important if we talk about schemes and recent. Actually, the scheme which are in news recent. So, Martian, you are done with your doubt.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. Samsung SM something something T735. You have raised your hand. Please unmute yourself and ask your question.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Please ask your question.
Sir, how to prepare phase two along with working? Um, I'm working as a SBA junior associate. How to prepare the phase two along with phase one, sir?
Okay. The thing is, we will be coming to phase two strategy because as of now we are taking phase one doubts. So your doubt will be cleared at that time. Okay.
Yeah, okay, sir. Okay.
Okay. Sai, please unmute yourself and ask your question.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Congratulations. My doubt is with respect to the reasoning and maths, as you are from commerce background. So on daily basis, you were practicing the uh, topics or how you were preparing?
See, to be very honest, I am not good at maths. So I did not prepare, I did not practice daily maths. I was very, means, I practice reasoning daily. I practice puzzle from a lot of sites. There are from quizzes in Adda, be it in Adda, practice mock, all of those quizzes, attempt those quizzes daily. Reasoning I attempted daily. But for maths, I was not regular in maths. But somehow I managed to cross the sectional cutoff in maths. That's it, what I did in maths.
And in maths, when the real exam, you had some strategy like I'll skip these questions.
Yeah, the strategy was this that in maths, there was 45 minutes in maths. And since I was very weak in maths, I just went out for 45 minutes, searched those questions which I will be able to solve accurately. And there will be approx 9 questions. If you just find out those 9 questions, attempt those 9 to 10 questions accurately, you will be able to, those 45 minutes you have, you will be able to solve those 10 questions. Don't go solving a lot of questions just to say that I have solved 13, 14, no use. You will end up getting negative marks. So if you are weak in maths, just find out those questions which you will be able to solve. Those 45 minutes is to find out those questions. That all I did in phase 2. I was just searching for a question which will be easier, which will be I will be able to solve it. I took 5 to 10 minutes solving one question maths, but I got 1 mark in those. In that way, I did 10 questions in 45 minutes. Not even 10 questions, but 9 questions. And I made one wrong and I got 7.5. So that I did. I was very weak in maths, I'm telling you this.
Thank you, ma'am.
Just have to find out those easiest question in that paper. Don't go for DI and all, because if you're weak in maths, don't go for DI. It will be time taking and you will just end up wasting your time.
Okay. So next is Rajkumar.
Hello. Good evening, Harshita. Congratulations, first of all.
Thank you.
My question is that you study from the daily PDF of Office Cloud. Means
Yes.
it is so bulky. Apart means after reading the daily PDF, how you manage to maintain the separate notes?
Actually, I suppose if there's a news on national affairs, start with national affairs. I read one news and start writing those. I start writing in my own words. I start writing those data. I just so that if I'm going to revise, it will cover up the whole thing. You do not have to write everything, whichever is important. You feel like this news, just write those. It took 1 hour to write Affairs Cloud. For me, it took 1 hour. I used to give 1 hour to Affairs Cloud. And I used to make notes from that on. You have to write it up anyway.
Yes, that is the main
Revise
thing.
those
Means
bulky every time. You cannot open the site and you cannot revise that every time. You have to make notes.
you were doing from the site or the PDF.
I was doing from the site. Also, the same thing come in the PDF also.
Yes,
But I used to do PDF. Usually come. I used to follow Telegram for a Face Cloud PDF. So PDF used to come at night. But I used to do that daily. When I get up, I used to go for a Face Cloud. I start my day with a Face Cloud and newspaper. So I used to prefer site only.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, next is SR. SR, please unmute yourself and ask your question.
हेलो मैम मैम पीआईबी एंड अफेयर्स क्लाउड कितने मंथ्स का फॉलो करना होगा हमें? हेलो,
I think there is some network issue on her part, so we can wait.
हेलो.
Yeah, you're audible actually, but I think there is some network issue on her part. Yeah, Redmi, next is you. Like you are the next one to ask your question, so just wait. And Chandra, she used practice mock test. She already mentioned that. I think she has got disconnected, so you have to wait. Okay, she has come. So SR, you are again requested to repeat your query.
यस सर. हेलो मैम.
Hello.
मैम पीआईबी एंड अफेयर्स क्लाउड हमें कितने मंथ्स का करना होगा? For both
phase
phase
cloud,
1 and phase 2?
a phase cloud I did for 9 months. 9 months.
And PIB?
PIB is 3 to 4 months is enough, because PIB, if you go for old PIB, they're not updated. PIB gets updated every month with something new, things come and theme. So PIB 3 to 4 months is okay.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, so Redmi, you are next.
Okay. So first of all, many congratulations, ma'am.
Thank you.
From I would say it in just some funny way, from getting from the prompt corrective action bank to the bank which puts the banks on prompt corrective actions. Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, you're
Yes,
audible.
yes.
Yes. Okay, sorry if it was a poor joke, ma'am. Okay, my doubt is this, ma'am. I have given RBI exam twice, and first time I didn't know anything. I scored very less, but this time also I missed by great margin. I missed my prelims by 8 marks, ma'am, and again in that, ma'am. My means I cleared all the sectionals, but missed overall cutoff by 8 marks. So my question is this, ma'am, ki have you followed any previous year questions of for the prelims or any kind of this? Because this time when I've given NABARD na, so I remembered ki the 2021 wala RBI, that 8 degree or 10 degree channel GA question came in NABARD also this time. So is there any source where we can get all the questions kind? And plus I have followed only Study IQ and Adda the Hindu magazine, Adda the Hindu Review magazine, and on that I have able to score 35.5, ma'am. But my I need to improve my QRE. That is the thing. Or previous year question was.
You crossed the cutoff in maths and reasoning, huh?
Yes, all sectional cutoffs clear. Overall cutoff I missed by 8.25 marks.
So overall cutoff you can get, means you can cross the overall cutoff only through GA, which I did. I just crossed the sectional margin, means sectional cutoff to margin some 2-3 marks only. I did not get much marks, but in reasoning and maths. But I crossed the overall cutoff due to GA.
Yes, I agree, ma'am.
GA English. You have to improve your GA to cross the overall cutoff, because your maths and reasoning, if you are able to cross the sectional cutoff, that's enough.
So daily that Affairs Cloud daily wala PDF say note down, it would be helpful, ma'am, for that.
उसको बहुत बार revise करो, daily वाले PDF को revise it multiple times.
Yes,
and
note down. Yes. Okay.
Score only for GA and English.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
You work on. You are able to cross the sectional cutoff, because in phase 1, first attempt, I was not able to cross the sectional cutoff in maths and reasoning. I crossed the overall cutoff. But in second attempt, I got to know how to cover up, how to actually sectional cutoff nikalo and nikalte bata.
Yes. Actually, I need to work on QRE only because I scored very marginal in that. Means marginally, I have cleared sectional cutoff of each. That's why I missed overall by 8.25 this time.
वो GA से cover up हो जाएगा, तो GA, focus on GA.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay, what was your score in GA Redmi?
Sir, 35.5.
Okay.
I was expecting around 45 to 48, but it came 40. 30.
In 40, if you get 47, 48.
That would have done. Yes.
All right. Okay. So Harshita, now I would request you to summarize this phase 1 thing and also share your phase 1 scores and then we can move to phase 2 because some people have joined late due to Chhat Puja she is writing. So it would be helpful if you can summarize the phase 1 thing again, and then we can move on to phase 2.
Phase 1 thing is that for quants, just banking practice mock. A lot of mocks is required for maths. Then reasoning, again, a lot of mocks in reasoning. You just have to cross the sectional cutoff. You cannot score a lot of marks in reasoning. Don't expect to score and attempt a lot in reasoning, and quants don't go with that mindset that you will be able to attempt a lot of questions. And don't also be, अगर बन नहीं रहा उस टाइम में, तो ये प्रेशर में बताओ कि भाई 10 ज़्यादा मेरा हो नहीं रहा है, कि 11 12 इतना बनाना है, कोई जरूरत नहीं, जितना बन रहा है उसको एक्यूरेट बनाओ, फिर सेक्शन कट ऑफ निकल जाएगा, उतना ज़्यादा so that is about points. Reasoning, sectional cut off, the clear करने focus करो. English and GA जो basically overall cut off cross करवाएगा. Focus a lot of GA, affairs cloud plus newspaper plus PIB. Focus, revise and revise and revise. Multiple times revision is required. And English, if you are preparing for any bank exam, English is quite doable. So my marks is, but what I got in phase 1 this time was in maths I got 7.5, reasoning I got 12, no not 12, sorry, 15. I got 15 in reasoning. Then English I got 15 in English, and GA I got 48 in GA. My focus was in GA, overall cutoff. And maths और reasoning में बस क्वेश्चन जो टाइम मिल रहा है आप सर्च करो कि कौन सा बना सकते हैं. Question you will be able to. Reasoning में exam time don't go for puzzles. Start with the miscellaneous questions. You will be able to solve a lot of questions if you focus on miscellaneous. मैंने miscellaneous पे focus किया. Hardly एक puzzle बनाया जो बहुत ही easy था puzzle, और कुछ नहीं attempt किया उसमें. I got 15. That was my phase 1 strategy. And ये phase 1 के लिए मैं क्योंकि बैंक एग्जाम की ऑलरेडी प्रिपेयर कर रही थी, तो फिर मैथ्स और रीजनिंग उसी में कवर होते जा रहा था. 2 साल से ऑलरेडी उसी में लगी.
So yeah, anything else?
And yeah, we used to neglect phase 1, which I also did in first attempt. Phase 1 is most tough because you are competing with 2 lakh people there. So phase 1, focus a lot on phase 1. Practice a lot. Don't ignore phase 1. It's generally that if I'm able to clear SBI PO, if I'm able to clear IBPS PO, that does not mean you will be able to clear RBI phase 1. You have to practice a lot.
Yeah, phase 1 needs a lot of practice, especially quants and reasoning, because most of the people this time also, they were not able to clear sectional cutoff for quants and reasoning. Others cutoff, the overall cutoff they have cleared, but sectional cutoff they missed. And that was the reason they were not able to give phase 2. So now we can move on to phase 2. I think you can share your phase 2 strategy.
Phase 2 strategy was when I started with the preparation for phase 2. I did with a lot of random sources, random sources, and I ended up messing all those things. So better जब मैंने second attempt दिया, I got to know which sources to follow. Follow only one source. That is, I followed EduTap for FM and management. Management was EduTap. I will start with FM thing. First of all, I started my preparation with FM because I had a commerce background. So FM and management was quite doable for me. It was not jargon. The words were not jargon for me. I was able to understand what they are, what is there in the syllabus. So start with FM. Start with EduTap notes. And if you have EduTap notes is easily available everywhere. Start with EduTap notes. And then for FM, newspaper, any finance news like Business Line or Business Standard. Both are good. I did from Business Line. And then for FM, circular notification for 1 year. 1 year notification is enough. RBI notification enough नहीं होगा. Exam में पता नहीं कहाँ से पूछते वो लोग. But 1 year अपने तरफ से 1 year का करती हूँ. 1 year का FM, start with FM, and then for management, go to management. Management I preferred LM Prasad. LM Prasad वो काफी easy language में. So you will be able to understand management well if you study from LM Prasad. That you won't be able to get ebook there. You have to buy that book. LM Prasad plus EduTap. So focus on for objective part, EduTap is good. For descriptive part, LM Prasad is good. Then talking about ESI, which a lot to be done in ESI. Start with newspaper for current affairs. Then Vivek Sir Economy. There is a channel, Vivek Sir channel. So I religiously follow that channel. Sir, because economics से background मेरा था, मैंने commerce किया है तो economics था. तो विवेक सर के channel से and विवेक सर का book मैंने follow किया static GK के लिए, static GK के लिए, static economics के लिए, and then neural video, neural से economics video, वो काफी insight उसमें बहुत ही basic, बहुत ही अच्छे से बताया हुआ है वो neural video, follow neural videos. And then PID. You cannot neglect PID schemes. Schemes from Vision 360 degree. Vision 360 is very important for schemes. Actually, Vision 360 covers UPSC thing, but you have to go through original documents. Whenever you see in news affairs, you're studying affairs cloud. You study you hear some news about it. Currently, PD there. Just search the original document. Read everything in original document. Don't go through any coaching compilation. Just go through original documents. Then there are reports. If you're reading while reading to Affairs Cloud, you come up. There are some report like the World Health Organization or World Bank or IMF is publishing some news. Read the original document. Don't just read the Affairs Cloud thing. Go through the original documents also and make e-notes from that. You won't be able to write a lot of things in whatever is there in the document. Just go to the e-notes. And then that's what I followed, all the sources. And make sure to follow one source only. Don't go through Anuj Jindal and then EduTap and every other source for ESI. I never preferred ESI Anuj from EduTap. I preferred only Vivek Sir Economy and Brunel Sir's video. So that is what I did for ESI thing in static. And for current affairs, Affairs Cloud is more than enough. You don't go through EduTap and Anuj Jindal. That's what I did for ESI.
Okay, descriptive English.
Yes, and descriptive for descriptive, I followed Atul Sir. I started from scratch from Atul Sir's channel only. Then he started in December, so I gave 2-3 questions. I started writing. The exam was in June. I started preparing for answer writing in December. So in December, I hardly prepared for answer writing. From January, I made sure that I should at least write one answer for a question. Means one answer should be it in ESI, be it in FM. One answer I should always write. That will, by the time the exam is there, you will be able to complete whole syllabus. You won't know. Without knowing, I almost completed whole syllabus because of the Atul Sir only. He posted questions like 5 questions for a week. 5 to 4 questions, and because of studying those particular topic by topic, every topic, each day one topic, you will be able to complete the syllabus in 1 month only, ESI. And FM and management also, you can complete that in 1 month. If you are following Atul Sir's channel, he made question for every topic. And that is very helpful. I have practiced answer writing a lot, because when I started writing, when Atul Sir started this initiative, I was not good at writing answer writing. I used to copy from some site and then
already again telling this thing that the session will again end in 40 minutes. So you all are again requested to rejoin because I don't have paid membership, and that is why we are facing this issue. Yeah, Harshita, please go on with that descriptive English.
So what I was saying is, so answer writing, you have to go topic wise, which Atul Sir has already uploaded those questions. What I did was actually, when I started answer writing, I was not good in writing answers and I was not clear with the concept. So but still I wrote the answer. Don't think ये concept मैं सोचूं कि अभी मेरा syllabus complete नहीं हुआ, मैं answer नहीं लिखूंगी. ये चीज नहीं होना चाहिए. नहीं भी complete हुआ तब भी लिखो. Write something. कुछ ना कुछ लिखो ही. ये रेगुलर प्रैक्टिस में रहेगा तो वो आंसर खुद आने लग जाएगा, वो खुद फ्रेम होने लग जाएगा आंसर्स. वो खुद क्वेश्चन क्या है, वो क्वेश्चन भी समझ नहीं आता बहुत बार कि क्या ESI के क्वेश्चन स्पेसिफिकली. नहीं समझ आ रहा कि उसमें क्या लिखना है आंसर, तो just start writing the answers. Anything you will be able to write, just write it out. But after a few days you will be able to understand those questions as well. You will be able to understand what to write, how to write the body part, how to write the introduction part. ये practice आएगा. You have to do a lot of practice in answer writing every day. At least writing one answer is important, because if phase 2 is, suppose this phase 2 is going to be held in April, start writing one answer daily from, अभी उतना जरूरी नहीं है, but January से start writing one answer daily. So in fact जब एग्जाम था तो मैंने टाइप किया, इतना आंसर राइटिंग टाइप, कीबोर्ड में मेरे पास बहुत ही पुराना कीबोर्ड था जो, और एग्जाम सेंटर में मेरे कीबोर्ड से ज्यादा अच्छे कीबोर्ड थे. So I was able to type a lot. 600 words था, I was able to cross those 600 word limit also. Words typing speed इतनी ज़्यादा हुई. Write a lot of answers and follow religiously Atul sir in answer writing. He will only help you all. मैंने कोई और source follow नहीं किया answer writing का. For maybe Radio Tab or anything, I have not followed any other source. I have just followed the Atul sir's channel. I have wrote those approx 50 questions per day, 13 ESI or 10 questions in management and FM. वो से मैंने 3 to 4 टाइम मैंने अटेम्प्ट किए सारे क्वेश्चन. और ये जब फेज 1 एग्जाम कंप्लीट होता है एंड रिजल्ट आए उसके बाद देयर विल बी अप्रॉक्स 20 days स्टडी लाइक एनीथिंग. जस्ट ये 20 days, बस 20 days निकालना है, पढ़ लो, सिर्फ भर के पढ़ो, क्योंकि आंसर राइटिंग की वजह से ऑलमोस्ट सिलेबस कंप्लीट हो जाएंगे. तो जस्ट स्टडी. उस समय आंसर राइटिंग मैंने लिखा नहीं, एग्जाम के टाइम फेज 2 जब सामने था तो मैंने आंसर राइटिंग का प्रैक्टिस की, ऑलरेडी बहुत प्रैक्टिस कर चुकी थी. जस्ट स्टडी. उस समय बस पढ़ो, लिखो कम, पढ़ो ज़्यादा, पढ़ते.
Okay, so now people, the session is open for your questions related to phase 2. Raj, you can ask, you can unmute yourself and ask.
Hello. This year
Hello.
when I was writing the mains, so everyone was started writing and I got nervous because I wanted to make the point first and then started writing. But I got nervous and so how to handle it, ma'am?
हाँ, ये चीज एक्चुअली आंसर पॉइंट लिखना पॉइंट अपने आप को माइंड को बहुत काम करना पड़ेगा वहाँ पे. ये क्या वो ऑब्जेक्टिव में भी बहुत लोगों ने मतलब काफी ज्यादा अटेम्प्ट किया है, जस्ट बिकॉज कि यार इतना कम अटेम्प्ट करके 15 आई अटेम्प्टेड 15 इन ESI, 15 to 20 उसके बीच पर अटेम्प्ट किया, एंड पीपल हैव अटेम्प्टेड 25 30. लाइक कहाँ से इतना अटेम्प्ट किया, आई इवन डोंट नो कितना कहाँ से अटेम्प्ट किया. तो वो एक वो नेगेटिव मार्किंग लाता है, वो कुछ नहीं, वो नर्वस नहीं होना वहाँ पे. जो आ रहे अटेम्प्ट करो, डिस्क्रिप्टिव में भी क्वेश्चन पढ़ो, ध्यान मतलब यू हैव टू फोकस अ लॉट, इधर उधर डिस्ट्रैक्टेड नहीं रहना, एकदम काम रह के लिखते जाओ. फोकस ऑन योरसेल्फ, फोकस ऑन द क्वेश्चन, फोकस ऑन द आंसर, व्हाटएवर यू आर थिंकिंग, जस्ट राइट. छोड़ दो जो भी कुछ भी. वो इतने सारे लोग कीबोर्ड टाइप कर रहे होते कि वो हो जाते नर्वस. हम जहाँ रुक रहे तो लग रहा है यार सब टाइप कर रहे हैं अपने रुके हुए. लिखो शांति से, उससे छोड़ दो, वो माइंड से निकालो. वो प्रैक्टिस आएगा, वो प्रैक्टिस करोगे तो फिर वो कामनेस आ जाएगी. कामनेस बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है वहाँ पे. वो आंसर राइटिंग में तुम कहाँ 5 मिनट रुक रहे हो, तुम्हारे पास वहाँ बगल में सब टाइप कर रहे, वो चीज होता है. तो वो माइंड को फिट रखो.
और मैम दूसरा था कि कोई क्वेश्चन का हमको मतलब ज्यादा आता है, जैसे GFC वगैरह था, उसमें मैंने ज्यादा लिखा और बहुत टाइम गया, तो उसको कैसे बैलेंस करके करें. मतलब कुछ क्वेश्चंस का हमको ज्यादा बता रहे थे और कुछ क्वेश्चन का कम, तो आपने टाइम ऐसा सेट करा था या वर्ड्स होते ही आपने क्वेश्चन पे जाते थे?
मैंने अप्रॉक्स टाइम सेट किया था कि पर क्वेश्चंस 20 minutes. हाँ, उससे ज्यादा नहीं होना चाहिए. अप्रॉक्स 20 minutes each question. 20 minutes से ज्यादा मैं बोल रही हूँ, 15 minutes per question के लिए. जहाँ टाइम स्पीड हो रहा है उसे मतलब वो प्रैक्टिस करने से वो आएगा टाइम का.
जी.
जस्ट प्रैक्टिस एवरीडे आंसर राइटिंग.
ठीक है मैम. और आपने पैरा में लिखे हैं आंसर या पॉइंटर्स में?
पॉइंट्स में, क्योंकि पॉइंट्स को लिख दो और वो फ्रेम कर दो, वो अंदर कुछ भी लिख दो उसमें. मतलब पैरा में इतना पॉइंट्स दिख रहे हैं ना, वो पॉइंट्स फोकस हो रहे हैं,
हाँ,
वो
मैंने भी
देख रहे
पॉइंट्स का ही मतलब किया।
तो वो
जी
उतना पढ़ने बैठेंगे उससे जो पॉइंट्स फोकस में आ रहे हैं, तो पॉइंट्स में आंसर लिखो।
जी जी जी। और आपने स्कीम्स के नोट्स बनाए थे मैम?
हाँ, स्कीम्स की मैंने ई नोट्स बनाए थे, क्योंकि स्कीम्स के वो चेंज होते रहते हैं डेटा।
जी 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 जी
फिर
जी
ई नोट्स बनाए मैंने आईएएस पार्लियामेंट से नहीं, विजन 360 का। आईएएस पार्लियामेंट आई नॉट, विजन 360।
जी। और जो आपने मैनेजमेंट के लिए बताया प्रिंसिपल एंड प्रैक्टिस ऑफ, ये जो एलएम प्रसाद का है, और उसके साथ में आपने कुछ बताया था क्या? मैं ओवरहर्ड किया शायद।
क्या?
जी, आपने मैनेजमेंट के लिए सोर्स बताया एलएम प्रसाद की, जो प्रिंसिपल एंड प्रैक्टिस ऑफ मैनेजमेंट की बुक है, और
हाँ
उसके साथ में
हाँ,
आपने कुछ बताया था कि मतलब मैं
एड्यूटैप,
और।
ऑब्जेक्टिव के
जी
लिए
जी
मैंने एड्यूटैप फॉलो किया, एड्यूटैप।
जी
क्योंकि
जी
एलएम प्रसाद डज नॉट कवर एवरीथिंग, उसमें बहुत कुछ थ्योरीज नहीं है, तो
जी जी।
कि स्टार्ट विद एड्यूटैप देन एलएम प्रसाद।
और एक था मैम कि बहुत सारे रिपोर्ट्स आते हैं, मतलब कि आपने बोला कि ओरिजिनल डॉक्यूमेंट से करना है, तो कौन से रिपोर्ट्स को मतलब प्रायोरिटाइज करना है, क्योंकि बहुत सारा रिपोर्ट्स आता है तो।
हाँ, जो जो मेन मेन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन रहा, जैसे WHO रहा, IMF, वर्ल्ड बैंक, मेन मेन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन जो कुछ भी बहुत सारे रैंडम रिपोर्ट्स निकालते हैं, वो सब का जरूरत नहीं है मेन डॉक्यूमेंट्स। बट अच्छे स्टैब्लिश ऑर्गेनाइजेशन अगर निकाल रहे हैं, IMF, वर्ल्ड बैंक, ये सब, वर्ल्ड इकोनॉमिक फोरम, तो ये सब का तुम्हें ओरिजिनल डॉक्यूमेंट बताना पड़ेगा। एंड ओरिजिनल डॉक्यूमेंट के बाद भी जरूरी नहीं है कि क्वेश्चन बन जाए फेज 2 में, वो सब छोड़ के ही आते हैं, बट स्टिल ये रहता है कि एटलीस्ट मैंने इतना पढ़ा है, फिर भी मेरे को ये
जी
आंसर नहीं आता, तो मतलब ये किसी को नहीं आ रहा है। तो ये
जी जी
काफी यही होता है कि सुना वो चीज रहेगा कि ये कहीं दिखे, ये कहीं पढ़े, बट फिर भी वो आंसर नहीं आएगा, तो छोड़ दो, लेट इट बी, डोंट जस्ट रैंडमली मार्क एनीथिंग, वो प्रेशर में आके कि सब अटेम्प्ट कर रहे होंगे, हम ये छोड़ते जा रहे हैं,
जी
लीव दैट क्वेश्चन, छोड़ते अब आगे चलते रहो, ये टाइम मत वेस्ट करो उसमें।
जी मैम। और एक लास्ट क्वेश्चन था मेरा कि जब मेंस मतलब कि एक हफ्ता 4-5 दिन रहता है, तो बहुत एंजाइटी टाइप होता है कि होगा नहीं होगा, आएगा नहीं आएगा, डिस्क्रिप्टिव कैसा आएगा, तो उसमें बहुत
हाँ,
टाइम वेस्ट होता है। शायद मेरा 1-2 एग्जाम में हुआ था, इस साल के आरबीआई में तो बहुत ज्यादा हुआ था, तो एक वीक रह गया था, और मुझे लग नहीं रहा था कि प्रिपरेशन मेरा इतना इनफ हुआ है, वापस से स्क्रैच से स्टार्ट करना पड़ेगा। तो आपको ऐसा कुछ हुआ है? अगर हुआ है तो आपने उसको कैसे मैनेज किया?
हाँ, हुआ तो ऐसा है, बट यही सोचो कि ये सबके साथ होता है, फिर करते जाओ बस। टेलीग्राम ग्रुप ये सब में ज्यादा एक्टिव मत रहो उस टाइम में, क्योंकि उस टाइम में इतने ज्यादा सब एक्टिव रहते हैं टेलीग्राम में, कुछ भी टाइप करे, कुछ भी क्वेश्चन पूछ रहे, कुछ भी डाउट पूछ रहे, और वो सब डाउट में कुछ आंसर ही नहीं आ रहा है, तो टेलीग्राम से दूर रहो उस टाइम में। फेज 2 एग्जाम जब भी रहे, वहां पे बहुत सारा डाउट्स होगा, उससे दूर रहो बस। पढ़ो, वो एंजाइटी को छोड़ो, सोचो कि सबको ये एंजाइटी होता है, तो छोड़ दो उसे, फोकस करो कि ये 20 डेज वट एवर डेज रिमेनिंग रहता है फेज 2 का, फेज 1 के बाद, तो फोकस करो अपने पढ़ाई में, जो भी तुम पढ़े हो उसको ऑलरेडी रिवाइज करो। रिवीजन बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट, कुछ न्यू चीज मत ट्राई करो, रिवीजन,
जी जी जी।
रिवाइज, उसी पे रिवाइज करते रहो।
और आपने कितना दिन मेंस मेंस का पहला कितना दिन से मतलब करंट अफेयर्स करना छोड़ दिया था? क्योंकि अगर हम करने जाते हैं और उसका कुछ बैक पोर्शन हमको याद नहीं आता, तो उससे भी बहुत एंजाइटी का प्रॉब्लम होता है शायद।
हाँ, मैंने 4-5 दिन पहले तक किया है फेस क्लाउड, बट उसको 1 घंटा दो, बट उसके बाद पूरा दिन रिवाइज करो, उधर कुछ नया मत करो, बस करंट अफेयर्स न्यू करो, उसके बाद सब कुछ नया पे मत जाओ, कुछ न्यू टॉपिक मत स्टार्ट करो, रिवाइज करो, तो जितना पॉसिबल उतना रिवाइज करो। ये चीज मेरे को भी आइडिया नहीं था, रिविजन कितना पावरफुल होता है, ये मैंने खुद
जी जी
सक्सेसफुली सुन के रिविजन ट्राई किया, बट ये काफी इफेक्टिव रहता है। न्यू पढ़ते जाओ, रिवाइज नहीं करो तो पढ़ाई का कोई मतलब नहीं हो रहा है, तो
जी।
रिविजन
हाँ,
वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट रोल।
पार्ट था मैम उसका भी आपने मतलब नोट्स बनाया था, या ओरिजिनल सोर्स से ही आप वापस वापस रिवाइज कर रहे थे?
नहीं नहीं, ओरिजिनल सोर्स तो उस समय नहीं, बस नोट्स से, जो मेरे नोट्स थे मैंने सारे नोट्स बना लिया था वैसे कि रिवाइज करने पड़े तो वो बहुत इजी रिवाइज हो जाए, तो हाँ, नोट्स से ही रिवाइज
ओके।
किया, कुछ न्यू मैंने ट्राई नहीं किया उस टाइम।
जी मैम, ओके ठीक है, थैंक यू मैम। और एक अतुल सर से क्वेश्चन था कि मतलब आप वापस कब आंसर डिस्क्रिप्टिव आंसर राइटिंग चालू कर रहे हो वापस?
अभी तो बहुत ठंड लग रही है मुझे पर मैं कर लूंगा मंडे से। एक्चुअली वी हैव डन विद ईएसए एंड फाइनेंस, ओके, वी आर डन विद ईएसए
Okay.
एंड फाइनेंस, सो मैनेजमेंट विल बी स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम टुमारो।
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Thank you for the opportunity to ask the questions.
अतुल
Thank you,
सर,
ma'am.
यस,
अतुल सर,
हाँ रेडी।
सर आपने पीआईबी के लिए कुछ बताया था अभी, एक जो दिसंबर से स्टार्ट हुआ था, वो क्या बताया था सर? या
फैक्ट शीट, पीआईबी फैक्ट शीट।
यस, वो कैसे और कहाँ से अवेल कर सकते हैं सर? उसके बारे में कुछ आइडिया नहीं मुझे।
अरे बस पीआईबी फैक्ट शीट लिखना गूगल पे और लिंक आएगा, उस पर क्लिक कर देना है बस।
ओके ओके सर, मिनिस्ट्री वाइज आ जाएगा, मैं चेक करता हूँ सर। ओके
हाँ हाँ, प्लीज चेक दैट।
ओके यस।
लुकिंग एट यू आई एम रियली फीलिंग लाइक और ज्यादा ठंड लग रही है मुझे, यहाँ पे बहुत कम टेम्परेचर है। आई एम फीलिंग जेलस एज
I
ऑफ।
am Hyderabad, so अहमदाबाद
ओके, so Deepan, you have raised your hand, please unmute yourself and ask your question.
Hi, am I audible?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hi, Harshita. Good evening. Congratulations on clearing the
Thank you.
exam. So
Thank
I just wanted to inform you that I also attempted phase 2 this year. Okay, but I wasn't able to tackle the objective section of ESI because I mean there were a lot of government, like the weightage given to government schemes was very high. So I just wanted to ask how you tackled the objective section particularly.
टू बी ऑनेस्ट मुझे भी नहीं पता, वो मार्क्स आएगा तब पता चलेगा कि वो ऑब्जेक्टिव मुझे कितना मार्क्स आएगा, क्योंकि मैंने बहुत ही कम अटेम्प्ट किया है। मतलब जो एक्चुअली में मुझे पता है वही मैंने अटेम्प्ट किया, कुछ एक्स्ट्रा नहीं अटेम्प्ट करने का कि चलो ये मार्क्स करते ये सही होगा तो उसका नहीं लगाने के। आई हार्डली अटेम्प्टेड 15 देयर।
Okay.
इतना पढ़ने के बाद भी जब नहीं अटेम्प्ट कर पा रहे तो कितने लोग अटेम्प्ट कर पा रहे होंगे ये सब।
Right. And what about government schemes? उसकी coverage कैसे की थी आपने?
गवर्नमेंट की कवरेज विजन 360 से किया, उसके बाद मेन ओरिजिनल डॉक्यूमेंट जहाँ अफेयर्स क्लाउड कुछ भी अगर न्यू स्कीम्स कुछ भी न्यूज़ पे है तो वो गूगल पे सर्च करो, उस पर ओरिजिनल डॉक्यूमेंट्स के साइड मिनिस्ट्री से।
Okay, and
सारे
just one more thing.
बनाए हुए थे, सारे स्कीम जो भी रिसेंट न्यूज़ में, क्योंकि स्कीम्स जितने भी 1 ईयर न्यूज़ में आ रहे हैं सबके रोज बनाए हैं।
Okay, ठीक है.
काफी
This is
detail-
great. Thanks. Okay, just one more thing. And what about word limit of the answers? Did you stick to the word limit, या फिर did you keep it lower as compared to?
मैंने 600 वर्ड था तो वर्ड लिमिट था तो 600 किया, और 450 400 वर्ड लिमिट था तो पूरा मैंने पूरा वो लिमिट टच किया। बट
Okay,
इनफैक्ट लोग ऐसे जो लोग लिमिट नहीं टच किए फिर भी उन लोगों का फेस 2 निकला है। जो
right.
लोग बहुत कम टाइम किए, बहुत कम मतलब बहुत कम क्वेश्चन आंसरिंग किए उसमें, बट वो लोग का निकला है, फेस 2 क्लियर हुआ है।
Right.
तो मे बी कंटेंट फोकस है कि वर्ड लिमिट वो लोग फोकस नहीं करते हैं, वरना तो वो लोग को कम मार्क्स आते हैं, नहीं वो लोग का निकला है फेस 2। तो वर्ड लिमिट
Okay.
मैटर नहीं करता शायद।
Okay, got you. Thanks. Okay.
Okay. So next, SR, you have raised your hand. Please unmute yourself and ask your question.
मैम आपने विजन 360 के बारे में बताया, मैम वो कहाँ पर मिलेगा? विजन 360 या विजन आईएएस में मैम पीटी 365 या मेंस 365 करके ही, तो मतलब थोड़ा सा क्लियर नहीं हो पा रहा है।
देखो मैंने एक्चुअली 1 साल पहले उसका सारा नोट बनाया था, तो वो पीटी 360 है।
ओके,
उसमें सारे स्कीम्स दिए हुए हैं, सब सारे मिनिस्ट्री के स्कीम्स है उसमें। ये वो पीटी 360 है। क्योंकि जब मैं फर्स्ट टाइम अटेम्प्ट कर रही थी तब मैं उस सारा ऑलरेडी नोट्स बना चुकी थी, बस उसको अपडेट करना था।
तो आई थिंक
Okay,
पीटी
ma'am.
365 इट इज ना, विजन का डॉक्यूमेंट है स्कीम्स का।
पीटी 365 है।
हाँ, ओके।
एंड मैम डिस्क्रिप्टिव आंसर राइटिंग में क्या मेन पॉइंट्स हमको ध्यान में रखना चाहिए जिससे कि मैम हम मैक्सिमम मार्क्स फेच कर सकें? मतलब क्या होना चाहिए हमारे आंसर में, ताकि मतलब हम जो एग्जामिनर है उसको इम्प्रेस कर सकें। मतलब आपने कैसे क्या स्ट्रक्चरिंग किया आपके आंसर राइटिंग को?
एक्चुअली रीस्ट्रक्चरिंग मैंने उस आंसर को मैंने बहुत ही सिंपल वे में लिखा है। मैंने कुछ बहुत ज्यादा इंग्लिश को हाई फाई करके या बहुत ज्यादा उसमें कुछ डाल के मैंने नहीं लिखी आंसर। बहुत ही सिंपल आंसर फ्रेम की मैं वहाँ पे सारे क्वेश्चन थे, जैसे इंट्रोडक्शन पार्ट, बॉडी पार्ट, कंक्लूजन पार्ट, बस कुछ बहुत ज्यादा उसमें फैंसी किया नहीं मैंने। आंसर राइटिंग बहुत सिंपल लिख के आई हूँ। वो क्वेश्चन जो है, जो वो क्वेश्चन पूछ रहे हैं उसको बहुत ही सिंपल वे में समझो कि वो एक्चुअली पूछ के आ रहे हैं, बस स्टिक टू दैट। कुछ एक्स्ट्रा वर्ड्स मैंने नहीं डाला। तो वो जो भी आया सब प्रैक्टिस करते ही आया। वो जो भी माइंड मिस्टेक के आंसर, उसमें वो क्वेश्चन देखते ही आंसर, मतलब एक्चुअली ये था कि जो भी क्वेश्चन वहां थे वो मैं एक्चुअली प्रैक्टिस कर चुकी थी ये सही में। वो लग रहे थे कि वे क्वेश्चन बस ट्विस्ट कर देगी, वरना आंसर सब सेम है उसके। जो अतुल सर ने दिया था बस बहुत सारे क्वेश्चन मैच किए उससे, तो मैं बस वही कॉपी पेस्ट वही सर अतुल सर की क्वेश्चंस को प्रैक्टिस करो, सेम वही आए थे ऑलमोस्ट।
मैम आपने जब प्रैक्टिस मैम जब आपने प्रैक्टिस किया था तो मैम प्रैक्टिस करते टाइम भी आपने मैम फैक्चुअल डेटा एंड करंट अफेयर से रिलेट करके आंसर लिखा था, या जस्ट मैम कैसे क्या किया था?
स्टैटिक पूरा स्टैटिक, करंट अफेयर से रिलेट करके कुछ नहीं, उतना कुछ खास हार्डली एक दो लाइन करंट अफेयर से स्टिक करके बॉडी पार्ट मतलब इंट्रोडक्शन लिखा होगा, बट स्टैटिक पूरा स्टैटिक लिखा है मैंने। करंट अफेयर से रिलेटेड कुछ नहीं लिखा होगा क्योंकि वो काफी जनरल है। वो क्वेश्चंस जो भी थे ईएसआई में काफी जनरल टॉपिक पे था, तो उसमें करंट अफेयर से रिलेटेड में कुछ उस टाइम कुछ स्ट्राइक नहीं किया एग्जाम में। तो जो स्टैटिक में यहाँ पे प्रैक्टिस की हूँ तो वही सेम प्रैक्टिस करके पॉइंट मुझे याद था क्या क्या लिखना है, फिर उसके अंदर लिख दो, उसे एक्सपैंड कर दो। कुछ बहुत फैंसी आंसर्स मैंने नहीं लिखा, बहुत ही सिंपल।
ओके मैम, थैंक यू मैम।
और ये सबके माइंड में रहता है कि आंसर राइटिंग क्या लिखी, तुम सिंपल जैसे स्कूल में लिख के आते तो वही लिख के आई हूँ मैं, तो उससे डरना नहीं आंसर राइटिंग से। मैं भी बहुत डरती थी आंसर राइटिंग।
यस मैम, दिस टाइम मैम मैं अपीयर्ड हुई थी फेज 2 के लिए बट क्लियर नहीं कर पाई, इसलिए थोड़ा सा डाउट हो रहा है कि
नहीं वो एकदम माइंड को शांत रख के पर आंसर लिखते जाओ। मैं तो वहां बस काम रह के जो कि मतलब फोकस अपने पे फोकस करो, बगल में कौन क्या लिख रहा है, कौन क्या कर रहा है, कितना टाइप कर रहा है वो छोड़ दो, बस फोकस करो कि बस जो आ रहा है वही करना है।
यस मैम। मैम आपने एडिटेप को फॉलो किया था एफएम एंड ईएसआई स्टेटिंग पोर्शन के लिए?
हाँ, ईएसआई के लिए एडिट आपको मैंने फॉलो नहीं किया, ईएसआई के लिए नहीं। ईएसआई के लिए मल्टीपल सोर्सेस किया मैंने, मतलब रिपोर्ट के लिए अलग, ऐसे एडिट आप मैंने नहीं टच किया ईएसआई के लिए। एफएम एंड मैनेजमेंट के लिए ईएसआई, मतलब सॉरी एफएम एंड मैनेजमेंट के लिए एडिट आपने किया है पूरा।
मैम ईएसआई के लिए क्या किया आपने, थोड़ा सा एक बार फिर से रिपीट कर दीजिए।
ईएसआई के लिए रिपोर्ट ईएसआई के लिए अगर स्टार्ट करो गवर्नमेंट स्कीम से, तो गवर्नमेंट स्कीम में विजन 360 का फॉलो किया, पीटी 365 जो था उसको अपडेट कर स्कीम सारे, तो उसमें है वो यूपीएससी फोकस्ड है, तो और आगे डेटा फोकस्ड आती है, तो डेटा उसमें ऐड करने के लिए अफेयर्स क्लाउड में कुछ भी न्यूज रिसेंट आ रहे हैं, कुछ भी न्यू स्कीम्स आ रहे हैं तो वो ऐड करते जाओ। मतलब कुछ भी जैसे आज कोई स्कीम आया सपोज, तो वो स्कीम को सर्च करो ओरिजिनल डॉक्यूमेंट, और वो ऐड कर दो उसमें, जहाँ भी तुम नोट्स बना रहे हो उसमें ऐड करते जाओ वो डेटा। ठीक है, जैसे पीटी 365 है उसमें सब कुछ बहुत डेटा बेस नहीं है, वो बहुत ओवरऑल बेसिक आइडिया देता है स्कीम का, तो उसमें डेटा ऐड करते जाओ। और ये मैंने स्कीम के लिए किया। सेकेंडली मैं रिपोर्ट के लिए, रिपोर्ट कुछ भी अफेयर्स क्लाउड में आ रहा है रिपोर्ट, इंपॉर्टेंट रिपोर्ट लग रहा है कि वो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन से, तो फिर उसको ओरिजिनल डॉक्यूमेंट्स पढ़ो। ओरिजिनल डॉक्यूमेंट्स में भी उसका समरी पार्ट, समरी नीति आयोग के रिपोर्ट है तो उसमें भी पूरा वो उसको पूरा पढ़ो। उसमें समरी में मैं नहीं चाहती थी, उस रिपोर्ट को पूरा पढ़ो, बट फिर भी एग्जाम में नहीं आता है वो सब, पता नहीं वो कहाँ से पूछते हैं, स्टिल यू हैव टू स्टडी थॉरो दैट नीति आयोग के रिपोर्ट। एंड देन यही सब, फिर उसका स्कीम, करंट अफेयर्स, मिनिस्ट्री पीआईबी का, मिनिस्ट्री मतलब पीआईबी में जो मेन मिनिस्ट्रीज है उसको कवर अप करो। सर तो लिंक फॉरवर्ड कर रहे हैं तो वो सब लिंक को प्रेस अपने नोट्स बनाते जाओ वो सबसे। फिर उसके बाद स्टार्टिंग के लिए मैंने फॉलो किया विवेक सर इकोनॉमी, वो उनका चैनल है विवेक सर का, तो उसको बहुत अच्छे से, वो कुछ भी अपडेट कर रहे हो उसको पढ़ते जाओ, वो सर बहुत सही से एक्सप्लेन करते हैं इकोनॉमिक्स को। फिर उसके बाद नूनल सर का वीडियोस, नूनल सर का वीडियोस काफी इफेक्टिव है, काफी, वो बहुत ही एंटरटेनिंग है, मुझे बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग लगता है वीडियोस। ये क्या है मैंने इकोनॉमिक्स।
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
थैंक यू।
TM.
Hi Harshita, first of all, congratulations for your achievement. Just a quick question.
Yes.
How to handle bouncer questions in the descriptive ESI and FM?
Bouncer questions and objective.
Descriptive,
Descriptive bouncer
ESI
questions.
and FM.
Actually descriptive, अतुल सर की जितनी भी questions थे ना, उसे practice करते जाओ. You will be able to answer all these questions there. In fact, 3 questions, there were 3 questions in 10 marks, 3 questions in 15 marks. So all those 3 questions, almost 6 questions, almost 4 questions were from Atul sir's channel only. So bouncer उसमें कुछ वैसा हो गई, सब known questions रहते हैं. बस वो questions
Actually
को
the thing is
clear.
that yesterday only I gave NABARD means exam, and there was a 15 marker question on PM Matsya Sampada Yojana, its aims, objectives, and how it is implemented. And I was not able to write 600 words for it, so I consider it as a bouncer question only.
So if that is bouncer for you, you have studied a lot, it will be bouncer for everyone. Huh? So just don't worry, whatever you are able to write, just write it down. Because if it's tough for you, it's tough for everyone there. Everyone is confused that ye kahan se question aa gaya. That's the main thing. Just if you are not able to do, if you have studied a lot and you are not able to answer that question, that means no one is able to answer that question. It is tough for everyone.
Okay, and another question: how you manage it while working as a PO in Canara Bank? Just a brief.
Actually, I joined PO in Indian Overseas Bank this year only after I gave the interview. So I took the extension. My joining was when I cleared phase 1. My joining was at that time, but I took the extension. And secondly, that I was working as a clerk in Bank of India when I gave my first attempt, and I did not clear phase 1. I left my job because age was there with me. So I thought कि क्यों risk लेना, मैंने छोड़ दिया job this time. So I gave 1 year break and I prepared in that 1 year.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Harshita.
Next is Tanmit Talukdar, whatever. Please unmute yourself, Tanmit.
Yeah, it's Tanmit Talukdar. Yes. Hello, hi Atul sir.
How to
Hi,
pronounce it? Can you just tell me once?
Yeah, sure. It's Tanmit Talukdar.
Okay. Thanks. Please ask your question.
Good evening. Hi Harshita, congratulations. I have 2 questions. First, you appeared for 3 phases. Could you please share which phase was the most difficult for you and how did you manage it? And secondly, what percentage of the work history and the type of questions were you asked in the interview? So yeah, those are my 2 questions.
For me, the toughest phase was phase 1 because I was very weak in maths and reasoning as well. So for phase 1 was very tough. For me to just cross the sectional cutoff was a task. So phase 1 was one of the toughest for me. And then phase 2, it was like there are 3,500 students only who will be competing with you in phase 2. So phase 2 is exam बहुत लोग देते हैं और seriously prepare करने वाले बहुत कम रहते हैं. That's the point. Seriously prepare करने 3,500 attempt कर रहे थे, उसमें से seriously hardly I guess 1,000 होंगे जो seriously focus कर रहे हैं. So you have to be in that 1,000. So 650 select हुए तो वो तो बस हो गया उसमें. और interview के लिए they asked me basically from my profile only. I'm from commerce background. They asked me a lot about capital. सारे interview panel में capital ही पूछा है, भर के capital. Then accountancy से related काफी पूछा है questions. Starting economics से related क्योंकि मैं economics background की हूँ, तो economics से related पूछा है. तो पूरा profile based, full profile based. कुछ अलग out of क्या?
Do you think the economics or the commerce students has an edge over the students who has got who do not have their graduation in all those subjects?
Actually, if you will see the statistics given by Sushil Ragade sir, everyone is from engineering background only. Mostly, they're also when I was there. I gave my interview on 4th. 20 people. 20 out of those 20 people was from commerce background, and everyone was from engineering background. So there is, I don't think so, any edge. And selection में भी hardly commerce background के बहुत कम है. सब engineering background के हैं. Commerce hardly anyone.
Okay, okay, that was it. Thank you so much. All the best.
Thank you.
Okay, next is Shubhu. Shubhu, please unmute yourself and ask your question.
Ma'am, I have a question that I am also referring editor for finance and management. There is lot of content for finance and management and editor. How to cover and how to select the important topics.
Management actually, management is not lot of management. You have to see. Actually, I followed 2017 management का वो पूरा था new latest. तो मुझे नहीं पता अभी वो क्या update किया. But 2017 में management का जो easily available है Telegram में वो मैंने follow किया. तो उसको I have read everything in that management thing. Then talking about FM also, I have FM. You have to just select out whatever is there in the syllabus. Topic, select the topic, pick up the EduTap file and then start reading that topic only. Don't go mutual fund and all everything. This is not important. They have added mutual fund and so many numerical data. Those are actually not important. You have to stick to syllabus.
Okay, ma'am.
Just keep syllabus aside and start reading EduTap.
Okay, ma'am. So it is not necessary to watch videos. We have to cover only from summary sheets and content
Summary
sheets.
sheet is because first of all I started reading with the main sheet they have. Summary sheet तो बहुत बाद में मैंने किया because I had the command over finance. Then I started reading summary sheet. So summary sheet is actually enough for finance. If you have some knowledge, but you are from science background and you do not have any knowledge about finance, then summary sheet will not be helpful for you. You have to Google a lot. Because I was from commerce background and then I had few ideas on finance. For me, summary sheet was more than enough.
And ma'am, you have mentioned that cover schemes from original document. I recently searched about Matsya scheme that came in NABARD yesterday. It's of 200 to 300 pages. So we have to cover the whole document of this scheme.
Actually, 200 to 300 pages का है. तो उतना तो पेज का मैंने खुद नहीं पढ़ा कभी. वो Google search करो विकासपीडिया के है तो विकासपीडिया you will be able to cover something. जब बहुत ज़्यादा original documents में दिए तो फिर उसको कुछ करके पार करते जाओ. उतना डिटेल में मत जाओ. कोई वो टाइम वेस्ट है. मे बी उससे क्वेश्चन आए बट वो टाइम वेस्ट है. उतना उससे अच्छा कुछ और पढ़ लो. तो सबके ओरिजिनल डॉक्यूमेंट मैंने नहीं सर्च किया. सबके नहीं किया. कुछ के लिए विकासपीडिया प्रेफर किया जिसमें बहुत ज्यादा ही दिया हुआ ओरिजिनल डॉक्यूमेंट. बट कुछ के लिए ओरिजिनल डॉक्यूमेंट इज इम्पोर्टेंट. You have to Google.
Thank you, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Atul sir, I have one question with you.
Yes.
That if I am starting from tomorrow, so I am thinking of covering finance and management part first, static part basically. So how to start? I am referring EduTap material for finance and management. I have purchased the course. So how to start from tomorrow, and if I am starting from scratch, how to start, sir? Please guide.
Look, I would request you to go through the schedule. I have pinned this message is pinned in the channel, so you can go through that. It's a day-wise schedule, and you can follow that. Because you're already late, so you can do one thing. say from tomorrow we are covering management, so you can cover one topic of management and one topic of finance which has been already covered. So this way you will be able to cover one topic of management and one topic of finance. By the end of November you will be able to complete management as well as finance. So how to go about it? For example, one topic is there and one question is there. So you need to read about that topic as well as that question from various sources. It can be EduTap, Investopedia, or some other Google sources, or if you have any other coaching material, or if there is some textbook. So you can read from these many sources of, like, it depends on you from how many sources you want to read. And after that, you can type that answer.
Sir, sir, will you provide the questions from tomorrow?
Yeah.
Daily question. And
for management, I'll be providing from tomorrow. For finance, I have already covered. You have to scroll through the channel to get the questions of finance.
Sir, will you also evaluate our answers?
Look, it is very difficult to evaluate these many answers. That is why I have created a private group, and in that private group I am evaluating answers, and some fellow mates are also evaluating answers of each other. So that's the process. So if you are not in private group, you can simply follow the schedule for, say, next 10 days. If you're consistent, then I'll add you to the private group. The thing is, people are not consistent. एक बार ऐड कर देंगे and then they will not type anything, they won't type answers. So that is why. So you can simply post your answers in discussion group, the bigger group, and if you will be consistent for next week or so, we can add you to the private group, and there your answer
Thank you so much, sir.
Will get evaluated.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, Nikhil, please unmute yourself and ask your question. And also one more reminder, within 5 minutes, I think this will again end. So you are all okay. You have to again rejoin on the same link. So,
ma'am,
yes, Nikhil, please go on.
Ma'am, I missed the first session, so can you repeat the sources for current affairs of phase 1 and phase 2?
Current affairs for phase 1 and phase 2 is Affairs Cloud plus newspaper plus PID. Newspaper, finance newspaper, like Business Line or Business Standard. Then Affairs Cloud, Daily Affairs Cloud. And yes, a lot of quiz is required. And to retain those information, a lot of quiz I did from a lot of sources, quiz like from Adda, every daily quiz, from PM. Practice a lot for GM, gave a lot of mock in GA.
मैम आपने नोट्स बनाए थे ऑनलाइन, उससे कि कैसे प्रिपेयर किया था फिर?
Yes, I made notes every day. I made notes. I give 1 hour every day to a face cloud, 1 to 1.5 hours every day to a face cloud, and I made handwritten notes from those.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. सर, आप जो डॉक्यूमेंट आपने लास्ट ईयर प्रोवाइड किया था सब्जेक्टिव क्वेश्चंस का, तो क्या आप लास्ट ईयर वाला डॉक्यूमेंट प्रोवाइड कर सकते हैं ताकि हमें आइडिया हो जाए कि कैसे लिखना है क्वेश्चंस?
Last year wala document is already there on the channel.
Okay, sir.
So you can simply access from there. Okay, so there is no one.
Thank you, sir.
Most welcome. There's no one here who have raised their hand. So some people have posted in the chat box, so I'll be asking from there. Did you follow RBI website? And if yes, how did you follow?
Yes, I followed the notification part in the RBI website. Every day I used to check the RBI website if there is some notification there. So that's what I did in RBI website.
Okay, and then you made your own notes for each notification also.
Yes, I made the own notes for those notifications, handwritten notes.
Okay. Then sources for finance objective.
EduTap. I followed EduTap for finance.
Okay. Then we have Do we have to learn conventional typewriting for speed typing, or random typing is enough?
I think I can't get it.
Actually, he or she is asking that do we have to enroll in a course of typing for speed typing? I don't think so. If you are practicing on daily basis random typing, that it would be enough. What do you say? So I think Harshita has disconnected. So we have to wait for her till she is back. But I don't think, Shobha, that you have to enroll in a course or like conventional typewriting is not necessary. If you are practicing, if you buy this keyboard and then you practice regularly, your typing speed will go up and you'll be able to finish that 600 plus 400, like 2000 words in 1.5 hours. So till she joins. Okay. Can you please suggest if we start RBI preparation from tomorrow, how to start? Okay, that I already answered. So Harshita, are you back? Those questions are gone. So if you have any questions, you can post again or raise your hands. Someone is asking you to share your interview transcript. Have you made your interview? Have you? No. So if possible.
Actually, yes, I will share that.
Sure. Thank you. Can you share some of your notes, digital notes, so that we get an idea how to make notes?
Okay, I will share those notes.
Okay. Did you give any mocks for mains?
No.
No.
No, I never give any mock points.
Because there is no mock test which can give you a real exam type of feel for mains. For prelims, yeah, practice mock and all are pretty good, but for mains, there is no such mock available.
And for phase one, I gave from practice mock because actually I was weak in maths, so it actually nervous means I was afraid of giving mocks from practice mock basically. Olive board was quite easy, so I used to give from olive board. I never gave from practice mock.
Okay. How did you handle objective questions and your experience and sources on that? She has already explained the sources, but yeah, how did you handle objective questions? ESI में तो I don't know कहाँ से वो लोग set करते हैं पेपर, तो
ESI actually बस जितना आ रहा है करते जाओ, ज़्यादा स्कोर करने के ज़्यादा अटेम्प्ट करने के लिए कुछ भी मत आंसर करो, ज़्यादा अटेम्प्ट करने जितना आ रहा है करो. If you have studied a lot and still you are not able to answer, that means it is tough for everyone. If it's tough for everyone, the cutoff will be very low. That's what I follow. And exam के बाद discuss करना, we don't discuss. Everyone will be like, I have attempted this much, I have attempted this much, and you will be in different.
Okay, so even if you don't know any like answers, so there is no need to panic. Just stick to what you have studied and stay comfortable because it is tough for everyone.
That's what I thought, but that's tough for everyone.
Right. Then kindly share the details of the descriptive interface, double enter for new line possible, etc., etc. Did you remember these things? Like, do you remember anything from the interface, double enter for new line and that kind of thing?
Double enter, yes. There was difficulty at the very start when you cannot put down enter twice.
Okay. Dempsey, all those things, look, it doesn't matter much. And you will be in exam, it will hardly take 30 seconds to know about all those things. Then how many questions did you attempt in ESI and FM objectives?
ESI objective, I just remember I attempted between 15 to 20, no? 17, 18, I something attempted somewhere that. And FM, I attempted 25, 26, something there. I don't remember now.
Okay. So,
but
then,
I attempted very low, I feel like, because after exam, everyone was like, they have attempted a lot. And I was the one who thought, mera to nahi niklega, itna kam attempt. So, just don't listen to everyone. लोग ने बहुत attempt किए हैं, पता नहीं कहाँ से attempt करते हैं.
अरे because they thought ना कि अभी हम लोग ने 15 अटेम्प्ट किया है, so we won't be able to like qualify for interview, तो वो लोग ज्यादा अटेम्प्ट करके आ जाते हैं, तो वो नेगेटिव मार्किंग. Then as a working person, how she managed her study? I think you left your job.
I left my job for studying. I just gave 1 year for the preparation, totally for preparation.
All right. How many hours?
And then I again joined.
Okay.
How many hours? Because I was not working, I had the whole day, so I can study anytime. There was no hours. कभी ज़्यादा, कभी कम, कभी प्रेशर में आके ज़्यादा पढ़ लो, कभी कम, ऐसा कोई फिक्स नहीं था. बस हाँ, कुछ चीज था जो वो करना ही था, उसको करके नहीं सोती थी, लाइक अपवेस क्लाउड एंड देन आंसर राइटिंग, मैथ्स कर लेते, रीजनिंग, ये सब करके ही सोना था. वो डिपेंड्स ऑन माय मूड.
Okay.
Fixed hours.
All right. Next question is related to your interview. So you haven't told about interview. So after taking these 3-4 questions, you can tell about interview. Okay. Then we can take questions related to that. Gap year, any negative effect or age is more than 25?
I don't think so, because there are many who are selected. They had a gap year because of UPSC. So, but still they are selected. And also age, they are of age 29, 28, they are also selected. So age, gap year, these all, I don't think so. वो सब matter करता है result देखने के बाद, I got to know. So I was also nervous whether they will consider me or not, because I've done BCom only and I have a gap year. So will they consider me or not? My profile was also not that strong because I have not done anything extraordinary. But that doesn't matter.
Correct. Then how did you write introduction of your answer? Like did you write data or just wrote definition? And which dimensions did you cover? Like
I started every answer with definition. That is the easiest way to start. Definition.
So which dimensions did you cover, like economic, social, and how did you conclude your answer?
Every conclusion was almost on the same line.
Like did you give your point of view or just summarize the answer?
I gave point of view. No, I did not give my own point. I just summarized the answer. So we should do this. I just one conclusion in every answer. Conclusion. The government should focus more and state government should cooperate more.
Yeah, similar kind of things. Okay. So Mansi is there. Mansi, you have raised your hand. Please unmute yourself and ask your question.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, ma'am. This is Mansi. मैम जैसे आपने बताया अफेयर्स क्लाउड से आपने नोट्स बनाए, लाइक हैंड रिटन नोट्स. सो मैम मुझे ये आपसे पूछना है कि लाइक इट टेक्स लॉट ऑफ टाइम. जैसे मुझे बहुत ज्यादा डिफिकल्ट हुआ है, मैं बहुत ज्यादा टाइम मेरा नोट्स बनाने में ही निकल जाता है. सो मैम फिर बाकी पढ़ाई करने का मतलब ऐसा लगता है कि अरे आधा टाइम तो इसी में चले गया, तो वो एक मोटिवेशन नहीं मिलता है कि यार ये भी पढ़ना है, ये भी पढ़ना है. फिर वो डर के कारण और वो एंजाइटी के कारण मैं फिर वो पढ़ाई दिन भर नहीं हो पाती.
How much time did you spend on affairs cloud? How much time?
लाइक मैम मैंने डेली मतलब वेबसाइट से देखना मतलब देख के नोट्स बनाने शुरू किए थे. सो मैम वो 1 दिन 2 दिन हुआ एंड इट टुक मी टोटल 1 मतलब 1.5 घंटा तो लगता ही था. बिकॉज
हाँ,
मैम
it
मैं
took
सारी
longer
टॉपिक्स कवर करती हूँ लाइक ऑब्ituaries, देन बुक्स, देन वो साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी की न्यूज
Actually,
जो होती
the
है.
thing is that obituaries and sports and all these I did not cover. I used to cover that is mainly for phase 1, and that can be covered up in last 1 month also. क्योंकि वो obituaries and books ये सब वो लोग last 2 months में ही पूछते हैं, उससे ज्यादा पूछते नहीं है. तो वो सब मैं नहीं बनाती थी. जब एग्जाम बहुत दूर है तो सबको नहीं फोकस करती थी. नेशनल अफेयर्स, इंटरनेशनल अफेयर्स, रिपोर्ट्स, स्टेट गवर्नमेंट न्यूज ये सब ज्यादा फोकस करती हूँ. वो सबका मेनली न्यूज बनाती. स्पोर्ट्स में मुझे
ओके
इंटरेस्ट नहीं आता था पढ़ने का, तो मैं उसे भी नहीं बनाती. उसका भी नहीं बनाती. वो लास्ट 1 मंथ में वो कवर करती थी, लास्ट 2 मंथ तक. लास्ट की
ओके
मुझसे ज्यादा वो अफेयर्स मतलब करंट अफेयर्स में उससे ज्यादा नहीं आता.
ओके. तो मैम मेनली आपने इकोनॉमिक्स और बैंकिंग की न्यूज एंड नेशनल और
बैंकिंग न्यूज
इंटरनेशनल पे ज्यादा फोकस किया है. हेलो. ओके. और मैम पीआईबी से भी आपने नोट्स जो है वो हैंड रिटन नोट्स बनाए थे या फिर आपने डेस्कटॉप पे बनाए नोट्स?
ई नोट्स, हाँ डेस्कटॉप पे मैंने बनाया. डॉक्यूमेंट्स
ओके.
में
मतलब जैसे अगर सपोज कोई स्कीम आई है सपोज मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ एजुकेशन की, तो आपने उसका पीआईबी डॉक्यूमेंट से मैम जो इम्पोर्टेंट है कॉपी पेस्ट
हाँ
करके अपने ई इसमें वैसे ही
हाँ
बनाया ना?
हाँ.
बिकॉज आई स्टार्टेड राइटिंग, सो इट टुक मी सो मच टाइम मैम कि मेरा वो आधा टाइम वो सब करने में मतलब
नहीं
मेरा
नहीं
हार्ड
वो
वर्किंग ज्यादा हो रहा है स्मार्ट वर्किंग से.
मैंने भी फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट में काफी हैंड रिटन नोट्स बनाने की कोशिश की, बट वो मेरे को एकदम वर्थ नहीं लगा उतना बनाना. वो बहुत टाइम वेस्ट
हाँ.
किया. ई नोट्स वो मैं
ये
स्विच कर गई ई नोट्स में पीआईबी के लिए, स्कीम्स के लिए.
ओके. और मैम रिपोर्ट्स वगैरह के लिए मैम डायरेक्टली
हाँ
आपने मतलब वेबसाइट से डाउनलोड करके जो इतने बड़े बड़े रिपोर्ट्स आते हैं वही उसमें से ही आपने पढ़ा या फिर आपने जो समरीज आती है जैसे एडुटैब
हाँ.
वगैरह वगैरह देते हैं तो उनसे पढ़ा था
नहीं,
या फिर?
एड्यूटैप मैं रिपोर्ट्स के लिए एड्यूटैप फोकस नहीं की. एड्यूटैप या कोई और
ओके.
डायरेक्ट ओरिजिनल डॉक्यूमेंट्स या फिर न्यूज़पेपर. देखो रिपोर्ट्स कोई भी है वो जो भी न्यूज़ में आ रहा है उसको सर्च करो गूगल में. तो
हम्म.
पहले अगर ओरिजिनल डॉक्यूमेंट में जाएंगे तो एक्चुअली वो बहुत ज्यादा ही बल्कि है. तो अगर वो बहुत ज्यादा बल्कि है तो फिर न्यूज़पेपर्स में कुछ कुछ दिया होगा. सब
हम्म.
न्यूज़पेपर चीज दिखाई दे, बस उसी को कर दे रहा. उसी को
ओके.
नोट.
जैसे मैम रिसेंटली अभी ह्यूमन डेवलपमेंट इंडेक्स के ऊपर मैम न्यूज में आया था
हाँ
इकोनॉमिक्स, मैंने
हाँ
पढ़ा था उसमें. इंडियन एक्सप्रेस की इसमें मैंने पढ़ा था तो उसमें से मैम मतलब अगर या अगर डायरेक्टली मैं अगर गूगल में डालती हूँ तो फिर उससे वो जितना इम्पोर्टेंट है उसमें से फिर आपने गूगल से ही मतलब नोट्स बनाए ना?
गूगल करो. हाँ गूगल करो तो उसमें फिर अलग अलग साइट में जैसे अलग अलग आईएएस के साइट मतलब यूपीएससी के साइट से कुछ कुछ सब में कुछ कुछ सोर्स
हम्म.
देते जो वो
जी जी जी.
रिपोर्ट्स का
ओके.
गूगल करके.
थैंक यू. ओके. थैंक यू मैम.
वेलकम.
Okay. So, how many months, reports, and schemes and CA did you cover before exam?
स्कीम्स आई कवर्ड टू. अफेयर्स क्लाउड में जो भी स्कीम्स आ रहे थे 9 मंथ्स के, लास्ट 9 मंथ में वो कवर करा. और जो पीटी 365 में स्कीम्स थे वो सारे कवर करा.
काका रोज येते.
अरे अंकिता लोखंडे, please mute yourself. Ankita, please mute yourself. Okay, so someone is asking. Okay, I've already asked her to share her notes, digital notes, and interview transcript. So that's it. I think they don't have any other questions, so we can move on to interview, your interview experience. Okay, there is one question there. Affairs Cloud daily content is so much on daily basis. How did you filter out from each news item what to grasp and what to leave from an important news piece?
फेस क्लाउड में कुछ मैंने छोड़ा, तो जो जीए के लिए मतलब फेज 1 से जो इम्पोर्टेंट थे ऑब्वियसली वो मैं नहीं पढ़ी हूँ आज तक, कोई भी ऑब्वियसलीज नहीं पढ़ी हूँ। फिर उसके बाद स्पोर्ट्स, वो उस समय नहीं पढ़ती थी, वो एग्जाम के 2 months पहले वाले पढ़ लेती थी, एग्जाम जब आ रहे तब पढ़ती थी, वो डेली में नहीं पढ़ती। फिर उसके बाद बुक्स, ऑथर्स, ये सभी मैं डेली में नहीं पढ़ती थी, वो एग्जाम के पास में लास्ट 2 months का। और सब तो इम्पोर्टेंट है और सबको कवर करा है मैंने। और साइंस से रिलेटेड कुछ था, साइंस वो भी नहीं कवर करा मैंने डेली बेसिस में।
हाँ, साइंस, डिफेंस, एनवायरनमेंट, स्टेट न्यूज, ये सब अर्जी फर्जी चीजें ऐसे भी पढ़ने की कोई जरूरत नहीं। इकोनॉमी,
वो डेली एग्जाम बहुत टाइम में वो डेली में नहीं कवर करी मैं।
हाय हर्षिता, मेरा एक डाउट था, आई आस्क्ड द रीसेंट क्वेश्चन। तो बेसिकली डेली बेसिस पे काफ़ी कंटेंट होता है, लाइक अगर आप उसको पीडीएफ फॉर्म में लिख के जाओगे तो अप्रोक्सीमेटली 4-5 पेज में आ जाता है। तो आप वही मंथली बेसिस पे करोगे तो काफ़ी बल्कि पीडीएफ बन जाती है। तो इवन फ्रॉम फेज 2 पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू यू यूज टू कवर ईच, लाइक जो भी न्यूज़ है, लाइक डिलीजेंटली फ्रॉम टॉप टू बॉटम।
फेज 2 के लिए टॉप टू बॉटम नहीं कवर करना, फेज 2 के लिए इकोनॉमिक्स, नेशनल अफेयर्स, यही सब कवर
Like
करना।
from
फेज 2
from
स्टेट
from
गवर्नमेंट
each of the from each of these topics, like फाइनेंस का ले ले, फाइनेंस की मंथली वाइज भी काफी बल्कि न्यूज हो जाती है, तो each of those finance news you covered like diligently, like each point.
Yes, I covered that for the phase 1 na, so वो daily basis पे if you cover it won't be bulky. If you're covering daily basis and revising it, then it won't be bulky. एक बार में निकाल रहे हो and वो पूरा कर रहे हो phase out, तो वो काफी bulky हो जाएगा, वो पढ़ना मेरे लिए possible नहीं है।
Right. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Redmi, you have raised your hand. Please unmute yourself and ask.
Okay, ma'am, what would have been your strategy had you working in the bank as you were preparing full time? But
No, I was not working in a bank. I left my job as a clerk. I was working as a clerk, but when I gave the phase 1, I was able to clear the phase 1, so I just focused on priority. Priority was RBI, so I just left that job.
No, ma'am, that's what I'm asking. That you were not working. What would have been your strategy if you were working? What changes you need to make? Because I'm working and I hardly get 3 to 4 hours per day, and it's very hard for me to make notes for those reports, indices, and government schemes, because I have to study static also. So if you have any suggestions for
I don't know how it would have been possible for me if I would have been working. I can't answer you that question. It's really a tough job.
Yes, ma'am,
So
I'm finding very less
I
time
left
for
the job
making notes.
because I was
But
I was not able to cover up the things, so that's why I left the job.
But if you have any suggestions, like for particularly for schemes and reports and indices, at how to manage in less time, which sources to follow exactly.
Less time. Sorry, I won't be able to answer your questions. I don't know how the working aspirants are able to cover up. Even I am shocked how they are able to cover up. I don't know.
And should I rely on EduTab or some other coaching notes?
Generally,
Are they?
I have seen my friends, those that cleared phase 2, they actually bought EduTab sources and they did not made the handwritten notes नहीं बनाए, वो लोग they followed EduTab. I don't know how did they come from EduTab, but I made notes. They
Handwritten
did not.
notes बनाने का तो time है ही नहीं मैम, तो उतना तो time ही नहीं है.
One of my friend was there in SBI, so he did not get any time to make notes even. So he used to.
I'm also in SBI. I've joined this year only, and I've started preparing for RBI this year only. So getting very less
I can
time, like.
understand that SBI thing, but I don't know. I seriously don't know how. Even I used to ask how you are able to cover that in that less time.
Okay, ma'am.
Sorry,
Thank you. I think only courses are the only way to rely on.
Yes, you have to rely on the courses. They also bought the courses only to cover up. Means they did not go through the original documents. They went to edit sources only. That's
Okay, ma'am.
their strategy. I don't know.
Okay, so we have Mr. Trivedi now.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hello, ma'am. One small question. I think while describing the strategy of ESI, you had mentioned Vision 360, matlab PT 365, and you are preparing some, matlab you were adding certain news or in recent any updation in that scheme in that document. Actually, I had also followed the same strategy, and I had taken printout of the PT 365, and I used to write some new additions in that scheme. And what used to happen that that document, or I think that printout page used to be very messy, and sometimes hardly very questions like hardly I used to write many more things which were in the news. So this time I had started to prepare the digital notes for the same. But how do you make this notes? Like, did you edit that PDF? Did you edit that PDF via way of comment section that in that PDF or anything else? Like, how did you keep that document updated?
Actually, that document which I did was from using the update elements. What's the problem? I'm not getting you. If it's e-note, you can update that. No? Means you can write it there.
I mean, since it is a PDF, did you convert it into Word and then you added certain new points into that?
I did
or
not cover that. मैंने वो PDF से copy paste करके अपना notes बनाया.
Okay, fine. That's what I wanted to know. You had just copied that things in Word file and you added new points in.
I just copy pasted that and made my own notes in my own way.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, so Narendra, I am unable to depict what you are saying. So if you can unmute yourself and elaborate your query. So I think he's not there or something like that. So we can now jump on to your interview experience.
Yeah, for interview, I actually followed Shivam sir. Shivam sir, there is a channel, Mentor 360. He started the interview thing, coaching. He started guiding for the interview and taking interviews. So I was, for me, this was actually, talking about my background, I gave IBPS PO mains and twice, I failed twice. And this was the third attempt I cleared. And I failed twice in the interview thing also. So I was very nervous at how to clear it out because I already had the very bad past in that interview thing. So I followed the Shivam sir's channel. He guided me for the interview thing. I can tell you to rely on him. I totally relied on him. And then he guided how to carry on with every background. They're very diversified background, and for every background you require different material to study. Like if I'm from commerce background, I focus mainly on my profile. That is from my class. I opened my 11-12 books. I studied from those books. Then I studied from my BCom book. Since they actually asked me from my BCom, which is your favorite subject, they asked me this. Then I went to then RBI's website, RBI functions and working. There's a document, RBI function working. One of the most important document. You have to by heart that document. उसे बस रट्टा मार जाओ उस document को अच्छे से समझ. And then Atul sir guided me. I asked him. He guided me to stand in front of mirror and just start taking your own interview. So I did these all things. I had 1 month duration of 1 month, more than 1 month. My interview was on 1st September. So even I was nervous a lot. मेरे background मेरे कोई खास profile था नहीं, कोई strong extraordinary things मैंने कुछ किया नहीं. So I just prepared my profile well. Whatever thing I've written, there is a biodata form which you have to fill. I filled whatever I filled in that biodata. I by hearted those things. Whatever thing I wrote, Nukkad Natak there in I wrote that I got first prize in Nukkad Natak, and they actually asked me from this Nukkad Natak thing. So and I give mock interviews in 2-3 coaching channel like EduTap and Olive Board and Byju's also. I gave mock interviews. So that actually helps. Even this interview was first time for me. Even I don't know what to do. I failed twice in the interview. So बस पढ़ते जाओ अपने प्रोफाइल जो भी कुछ लिखे हो बायोडाटा में पढ़ते जाओ बायोडाटा को रट्टा मार जाओ अपने प्रोफाइल का नॉलेज इफ यू आर नॉट एबल टू आंसर क्वेश्चंस फ्रॉम योर प्रोफाइल देन वो बहुत नेगेटिव इंप्रेशन मिलता है जो मैंने IBPS PO मीन्स में बहुत बड़ा इंटरव्यू में बहुत बड़ी गलती है उन लोगों ने मेरे से बीकॉम से रिलेटेड पूछा और मैं एक्चुअली में आंसर नहीं कर पाई थी नुक्कड़ नाटक से वो लोग भी रिलेटेड यही पूछे थे सेम क्वेश्चन एंड आई वाज नॉट एबल टू आंसर so profile, focus on your profile and delivery. For delivery also, stand in front of mirror and just start delivering the answers. Ask yourself the questions and start delivering.
Okay.
सब profile की अलग strategy interview preparation की read from the engineering background, read from the commerce background किसी की strategy same नहीं interview की सबको अपनी अलग documents पढ़नी अपने अलग source only the same site is RBI website functions and working documents. तो वो interview की अभी की tension की कोई फायदा नहीं है interview के लिए just keep your concepts clear and when the interview times come then you will be able to cover the interview.
Okay.
Concept clear.
So what did they ask from that Nukkad Natak thing?
They asked me what's the difference between the Nukkad Natak and creator and what's the importance of Nukkad Natak and what role you played. Actually, in IBPS PO interview, they asked me to do Nukkad Natak there. They actually asked me to act there. Nukkad Natak. What was the topic? I said depression. They said, do the depression thing. So I actually did their Nukkad Natak. Still, they did not select me.
Okay. So, someone who's asking this, okay, his name is okay itself in he has his username is okay in Zoom. He is asking you to share your interview thing step by step. Like, did you entered and how did they go about it? Yeah.
Okay. So the interview thing was that when I entered, the very first thing I just sat down and the chairman was sitting in front of me. He started raising the question. He started asking me what's the importance of RBI in India. And I did not hear that question properly. Actually, I heard it, but I was thinking the answer. I asked him what. So he said, what's the importance of RBI in India? So I started answering the functions of RBI. And then he again asked 2 questions. Then he passed the question to a north. There was north east. Ma'am was there, not east. She asked the question. Then she asked from my economics. I wrote that I got 94% economics in 12th board. So she asked me started asking me from that economics. Economics, everything related to economics only. I was able to answer that. Whatever she asked me, I was able to answer those questions well. Then she passed on to another woman. There was another woman. She asked me from accountancy related. What are the golden rules of accounts? What is the need of? Then she started asking about capital. What's the need of capital? They asked me a lot about capital. Actually, I was not able to answer few questions. I was not able to answer, but she asked capital. Why so much focus is there in Basel III norms? Then she asked basically from my background only, accountancy only. Then she passed on to Pingle sir. There's one Pingle sir. He asked me about fintech, and I was not able to answer his 2. He asked me 2 questions, and I was not able to answer his 2 questions. Then he passed on to another person. He asked me about the Nukkad Natak, the theater thing, and everything about Nukkad Natak. Then again, he passed on to the first person, that is Chairman sir. And then Chairman sir again asked me about what's your favorite subject in BCom. Then he asked which novel. Yes, I have never read any novel much. I've read few novels only in my life. And he asked me which novel have you read in these 2 years. And then he asked, I just gave one name, and he asked me what's the author, and I was not able to answer the name of the one who wrote that novel. I thought that's a bad impression. So, and then my interview got over. Yes. Totally based on profile. I'm not able to recall now what questions they have asked me, but yeah, it was totally based on profile.
More or less, it was based on your profile.
Yes, it was based on my. They did not ask me about why you left the job. While I have already worked in bank. I wrote there. I have worked in Bank of India for 4 months, and then I joined. I am selected in IBPS PO in Indian Overseas Bank, and joining is awaited. But they have not raised any questions regarding that. They have not asked me anything. Why you left the job? What were you doing these 3 years since I completed my graduation in 2019? What were you doing? Nothing. They asked me nothing. They asked me everything based on my profile, that is BCom background, and then something related to economics.
Okay, so nothing like why you want to join RBI and why should we select you?
No, nothing. Why
Nothing.
you want to join RBI? Which department you want to join? Nothing. No.
All right, all right.
Actually, and I actually prepared the answer, because they basically asked this: why you left your job? But they did not ask me this question: why you left your job? Nothing.
Okay. So
And the thing is that after my interview went for 15 to 20 minutes, and after my interview, I thought that because I was not able to answer some silly questions, since that was related to my profile, I was not able to answer 2-3 questions, and also the name of that book, which I gave the answer that I read this book, just inspired me, but I was not able to answer who wrote that book. That was the last question he asked. So I thought that created a very bad impression. I don't know on what basis they judged. They actually judge on what basis. I actually don't know. There are people who said that the interview went good, didn't went on expected lines, but they are selected. They are selected. You can't judge anything there. And, today also I was talking to a person. She said that my interview was not that good. I don't think so. I think I will be I have just crossed the cutoff, but we are selected. And there are a person who said that they have answered everything, but they are not selected. I know a person who is not selected. He's from SBI only. So he answered everything. His interview went good. He said his interview was good, but unfortunately he was not selected. I don't know what actually they checked there. So it is very uncertain in interview what they are checking out there.
Okay.
Let the marks come in, be able to identify what marks they are taking.
We actually don't know about the parameters. I don't know what do they judge, and yeah, it totally depends on them.
Maybe, I don't know. But
okay, so we'll be taking others. Yeah, Chris, बहुत ज़्यादा ठंड है. You are asking about the ठंड. I would request you to. I would invite you rather to Himachal district Kinnaur. It's around -1, -2 रात के 1-2 बजे. Okay, so बहुत ज़्यादा ठंड है. Next, okay, they are asking you for this thing to explain something about psychometric test.
Oh, but then actually they have that psychometric test, because in one of the transcript there was written they asked them from the psychometric test only. I don't know how come in that one transcript only I read. And psychometric test is nothing. I just wrote what I felt actually at that moment, what answers on the parameters. But nothing based on psychometric test they have asked me.
Okay, all right. Now I would like to ask you if you can give some suggestions on the initiative I ran last year, and I am running a similar initiative this year. So how can we improve on that?
Sir, if I would have known, I would have started this initiative. So that's actually a challenging thing. When you are able to frame questions so well, I wouldn't have been able to frame those questions. That's the best initiative you have ever started, and actually that benefited me a lot. Say, I have passed phase 2 descriptive. I was able to answer because of those questions only.
Okay.
And just because of your policy of removing out people from your group, I was disciplined there.
Most of the people are disciplined because of this. 2-3 people, they were removed and they joined by some other username, and then 1 or 2 of them
Same
got
with you.
selected.
I did that thing. I was removed from the group, and then I made the another group. I made another account and I joined that group. Then I started answering every question, most of the questions.
Okay. Thank you so much, Harshita. It was a very nice session. Around 2 hours. No, we have been. You have been answering the queries from last 2 hours, and it has been like patiently have answered all the queries. I'm really sure that the session would have helped many aspirants, and they would be starting their preparation. They would have got many insights. How should they start? How should they initiate? And how should they progress on all the aspects? Thank you from the bottom of my heart to join us and help all the aspirants. Thank you so much, and all the best for your upcoming journey.
Thank you, sir.
So, any parting words to all the aspirants?
Parting words would be actually what I followed. See, there are thousands of people, lots of people who are preparing for RBI, but जो सच में focus करके पढ़ रहे हैं वो बहुत कम है. Actually, they are this much, and giving exam they are this much. So focus बस preparation करो अपना. ये भूल जाओ कितने लोग attempt कर रहे हैं, कितने लोग दिए exam. Just don't focus on RTA reply कि कितने लोग exam से बैठे हैं. Focus on that. वो लोग 300 students बहुत कम है, बहुत ज़्यादा कम. And stay calm in the process. काफी depressing हो जाता है, but stay calm. And it's not that कि age factor, profile, ये Telegram में बहुत कुछ होगा इधर-उधर ये बोल रहे, वो बोल रहे, ये questions पूछ रहे, वो कुछ नहीं, वो सब में कुछ focus नहीं करना है, रहने दो उसे. You just focus, you study, you just give your 100%. That's it. Prepare करने वाले RBI बहुत है, but sincere focus करने वाले बहुत कम है, बहुत कम. And you have to compete from those people. And stay calm, stay disciplined, and revise a lot of time. Revision is the key, which I used to hear from some success story, and this actually I applied it, and I was able to get in.